I started out at 82 cents an hour.
I started with $1.50 an hour, and it took almost 20 years, a good 18 years, to double that.
Through the 50s, the airline industry grew rapidly, and with it, the size of the workforce.
It was tough. It was hard work. In those days, they still had the old pistons and cylinders and what have you. And the cylinders were heavy. Everything was heavy in those days. It was really crude compared to what we're dealing with today.
Very hard work. It was strictly manual labor. One fella down at the bottom of the belt loader feeding the belt. Two fellas, in the belly pit. One at the doorway, the other one further down into the hole of the airplane to pack the freight, the mail, and the baggage as tightly as could be packed in there, so we could get everything on.
Tired of working under these conditions, workers all across the industry began signing up with the union. The workers on Hawaiian Airlines joined District 141 in 1951.
They didn't give us equal treatment. That was prior to the union. And it's like we've been to the mainland, we know something's better out there. They can't treat us that way because that's the old plantation mentality. They're always trying to discourage us from joining the unions. But when the IM got on the property, hallelujah, everything changed. We were equal footing, everybody.
You got a grievance procedure. Otherwise, without the grievance procedure, all the money you make doesn't mean anything. You can't, you don't have a process to file your complaints or grievance or to get some labor justice of what you're offering your company of your services.
Finally, frustrations boiled over, and the machinists went on strike.
5 airlines are affected, 3 here out of the San Francisco International Airport.
The airline strike of '66 shut down the nation's airways as pickets walked in front of United, Eastern, TWA, Continental, and Northwest Airlines. Subsidized by the government, airline companies were making huge profits, but most of the men and the women who made the airlines fly were paid less than $3 an hour. Now dependent on air travel, the strike crippled American business. Congress threatened to outlaw strikes on airlines. President Johnson tried to maintain wage controls by forcing a 3% pay raise ceiling on the union. The membership turned it down flat.
They were resolved to finish out that strike and be successful. And they could pass laws or they could do whatever they wanted, but the people were strong and they were not going to give up on that strike.
The union stayed out 43 days. In the end, workers got pay increases totaling 5.6% with better vacation and health benefits. District 141 earned a reputation as a force to be reckoned with in the airline industry. The years of workers being taken for granted were over.
And I think there it showed again the power of people joining together. It showed what we could accomplish.